Dungeon Master Tips for the Beginners, Day 2. It's 10:45 in the morning here. That's the 27th day of September in the year of our Lord Steve the Cat, 2023. It's about 73 degrees and bright and sunny here at Site B, and I am tired because I'm always tired. And today we're doing DM tips, Game Master tips for beginners. Why are we doing this? What do I have to say about gaming that somebody else hasn't said before? Probably nothing. But I know there's people out there who will be upset by me doing it, so that's really the reason I'm doing it. So yesterday I gave you a beginner's guide to the best advice I can give you if you're just starting out in the hobby, which is don't do it. But no, it's just, this ride on the coattails of others. Find your own voice. Give yourself permission to make mistakes and to goof around and to experiment and to find what style of gaming works for you. There's no one right way. There's infinite variations of the tabletop role-playing game experience. Each experience is unique to you and the people at your table, and the experience you had last week, the experience you had this week, and the experience you have next week, even if it's the exact same people, will always be slightly different. So there's no one right way to tell you how to game. Anybody who's out there is saying, oh, well, you need to listen to me because I've done this for so many years. And so I'm the guy you need to listen to. And if you don't listen to me and how you're supposed to play the game, you're an asshole. That's the kind of people you don't need to listen to. Okay, find your own voice. So today we're going to talk about one of the best friends you can have, whether you've been gaming for a day or 25 years. And that's modules. And why are we on this page? Because it's a chance for me to shill my merch, of course, right? So what is a module? You might ask, what is a module? I don't know. It is a sub-product made for the main product. So the main product of this is, of course, the Wretched role-playing game created by the Red Room. And then the modules and supplements that have been made for the Wretched role-playing game are things like Wretched New Flesh or Wretched Minions Goblins for only $2.50. Written by yours truly, link down below. So these are, supplements, additional rules, or most importantly, adventures that have been written for the hobby. Now, you might think the only branch of the hobby that has multiple modules, multiple adventures that have been written for it over the years is Dungeons and Dragons Fantasy. And you would be wrong. Because as you can see from drive-through, if there is a genre of role-playing game that has been made, chances are modules and expansions and supplements have been made for it. Yeah, D&D gets probably the most love, but, superhero games, cyberpunk, space, they all have modules. I mean, you look at the history of D&D. What's one of the very first things that came out for D&D? Palace of the Vampire Queen, a module, an adventure. So these are your greatest resource. You've got 50 some odd years of catalogs to look on, and a lot of it's free, if you don't mind PDFs, and even if a module is written for a specific system that you're not running, but it's got stuff in it you want to use, it's not that hard to take it and re-engineer it for the game you're running. Now, the best reason why modules are the best tool that you can find is there's usually more than one on the same subject. So this is where we get to go into the fine art of module mashing, especially for Dungeons and Dragons, before the other games. With a 50-year history and a multi-million member fan base all over the world, chances are, if you're running, we just saw it, where is it? If you're running Isle of Dread, one of my favorites, people have at least heard of Isle of Dread, and maybe they have even been through Isle of Dread. So you, as a beginning of DM, might go, well, I need some tools. I want to run. I don't really want to design my own world yet. I just kind of want to run some modules and get my feet dirty, find out where my D&D voice is, find out what's available to me. And I don't know, I'll just pick one that I found at the store. Oh, this one, this Isle of Dread. Well, dinosaurs, island, pirates, lost civilizations. Who doesn't love that? I'll run Isle of Dread. But then you find out, well, this hobby's been around for 50 years. So chances are somebody at your table has probably heard about it, maybe even been through it. So how do you surprise them? How do you keep them immersed? How do you keep it new and unique to you? How do you find your voice when running this tool? Because it's a great tool. It's a Lego set. You have so many different possibilities of modules out there. But there's only so many modules. There's only so many Legos in the box. So how do you make yours interesting? So what you do is you find others about the same topic. We're doing island. So, oh my God, look at all these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, going forward. So here's a whole bunch of stuff that's about this on the same topic. All right. So you've decided, I want to do Dinosaur Pirate Island as the first, second, third adventure in my beginning DM training. All right. I've got a couple people who want to go through it, and this is what we've all agreed would be fun. But I want to make sure that if somebody's been through this before, that it's unique to me. There's ideas I have that aren't in there, or things I'd like to see. Well, you go and you look for other adventures about the same topic, and then you just sort of mash them together to create a brand new, unique adventure to you. So you've got Island of Dread, and you've got Forgotten Island, and you've got Isle of the Sea Drake. You've got dozens and dozens of products that have been made all about the same topic. So you go through them, you pick and choose what you like, and you mash them together to make a brand new adventure to you. Why do the work if somebody else has done the work for you? Your job now is simply to just find the ones you like, mash them together to create your own unique take on it. If you're like me, when I ran Tomb of Annihilation, I threw a whole bunch of stuff in there that I felt fit, even though it wasn't technically in the adventure. I had a super intelligent telepathic ape that was loosely based upon, Gorilla Grodd, because you can't have Dinosaur Island without Gorilla Grodd. Now, that's not in the adventure. That's just something I mashed together. I had, you have the dinosaur race, but then I decided to add in another adventure I found where the dinosaurs were stolen, and I meshed that together. So, you're running Haunted Pyramid adventure. Well, there's hundreds of adventures that have been written about Haunted Pyramid. So you just find the ones you like and you mash them together to create a brand new product that is unique to you and unique to your table. So even if somebody has been through Island of Dread or Haunted Pyramid 10,000 times, if they sit down at your table, you're presenting them with a completely unique experience in Haunted Pyramid on Dinosaur Jungle Island, where they're like, whoa, I don't remember this wishing well. And the two-headed serpent, where'd that come from? And then, of course, in addition to that, what is it that drew you to picking that adventure? What is it about Haunted Pyramid, Island of Jungle Pirate Island, that sang to you, that sang to your voice? And what can you take from your own inventory of ideas that are floating around in that amazing head of yours and put them on the paper and add them to adventure? Maybe you like the Pirate of the Caribbean movies. Maybe you're a fan of Goonies. Maybe you like the Indiana Jones movies. Maybe there's a book you read or a comic book or something you saw that resonated with you. And now you're doing Jungle Pirate Island, and you've got this adventure, and you've got a few other bits and bobs of other adventures that you've matched together. But here's where, as I keep saying, find your own voice. Find the things in your head that attracted you to picking that, and then find a way to translate it to the adventure. Maybe you really love the scene at the end of Goonies, where they rescue the boat and it sets sail. That's not in the adventure, but you really want to throw that in because that's what sung to you as part of the reason why you chose Dinosaur Pirate Island, because somewhere in the back of your mind was that love of that scene and pirates and the ghost ship floating off and just that idea. So throw it in. They don't know. And now that you've put in a bit of your voice into it, it resonates that much stronger with you because it's something you are passionate in, and your players will see that and they will respond. Here's a scene you're excited about. They feed off that excitement. They become excited about. You're finding your own voice. As we keep doing these GM tips, because I want to piss off people like Shoner. I'm going to say that over and over again, okay? The best advice of all the advice I can give you is find your own voice, right? Give yourself permission to try and tell yourself it's okay if you mess up. If you try something and it didn't work with your players, it's okay, whether you've done this a year or decades. Not every adventure, not every game is going to be a home run. You're going to have bad games. You're going to have ideas that didn't work. You're going to have things that don't resonate with your players. And that has to be okay. And anybody that tells you otherwise, don't listen to them. Well, I mean, don't listen to me. The best advice I can give you is, again, find your own voice. Now, this is a great idea. When it was given, the idea was told to me about, we were going through Haunted Pyramid, and the DM who was running Haunted Pyramid let it know that he had mashed together 2 or 3 other Haunted Pyramid inspired adventures because he wanted to make sure that it was unique to him, and that even if we'd been through Haunted Pyramid, there were other things in there that he threw in that we wouldn't know about. So yeah, I mean, look at all these that are like, based upon pyramids or based upon that theme. So find the theme, pick a couple modules based upon that theme, find something that's floating around in your brain that makes that theme sing to you and toss it in there as well. Then run your adventure. And if the first session is great, keep going with it. If the second adventure session, it's not really working for you, it's not really working for your players, that's fine. Give yourself permission to just go, we're going to put this on hold and we're going to do something else. Let's find our own voice. That is that's my best. That's it. That's the best advice I can give you guys. Start small, run modules, find your own voice. Go out there into the wide wilderness of the interweb, listen to as many different DMs as possible, take what you want from them, steal it, and then ignore the stuff you don't like. But those ones are out there that are telling you that you're doing it wrong, or you have to do it your way, or make dozens of videos about how this school or this guy or this, whatever is doing it wrong. Yeah, ignore those guys. Okay, they don't know what they're talking about. Anybody who tells you you're playing the game wrong is just somebody you need to walk away from. I'm never going to tell you you're playing the game wrong. I'm just going to say, hey, this is my ideas. You can choose to follow them or you can choose to ignore them. I encourage you to find your own voice. So that's my DM tip for the day. The fine art of module mashing is taught to me by Matthew Broman. Pick a topic, find 2 or 3 modules about that topic, mash them together to create your own take on that topic, and then throw in something from your own personal life stories that makes that unique to you. What was it about this adventure that made you pick it? Something in it sang to you. So take that thing that sang to you and throw it in there. I really love the scene with the giant boulder in Indiana Jones. I'm going to throw that in my adventure. There you go. If you appreciate these, let me know. If you don't appreciate them, let me know. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe yet, please take a moment to subscribe. And of course, if you're looking for modules, if you're looking for supplements, if you're looking for adventures that are currently available, I would highly recommend you click the link down below, head on over to the Red Room, and pick up the stuff written by yours truly, the OGGM, because really, that's you can't go wrong with my stuff. Because, I'm awesome. Yeah. Anyways, that's it. We'll try more of these until you guys get tired of them. If you appreciate this, let me know. I'll talk to you all later. It's lunchtime. Have a great day. I don't